Hey, we're here at our second anniversary, man, with Extreme FX Global Academy. 2 years in business, it's still growing strong. It's the new year, new beginning. It's time for a change. Extreme is the company for the future. We're cutting edge, innovative, and we're looking for some exciting people to help us get to the next level for 2023.
We have a great community that we call the Extreme FX Common Unity, where we just operate in love. We want to see everyone win. And one thing that we always say here in Extreme is that we are the founders that can be found. We want to see you succeed, and we're also going to be doing that right alongside of you.
Extreme FX is a great investment simply because you have a way to learn about money, to make money, to gather money, and then to invest money.
To leave a generational wealth or leave a legacy for our families, we need to be able to take all of those steps.
Extreme FX provides the opportunity for growth and to work among professionals who really want you to grow.
We teach people from start to finish how to understand the chart from the economic side all the way to the analytics side.
We're literally helping people across 5 industries to generate income. So this is absolutely the place to be. Real estate, trading, financial technology. We also have a blockchain project and a very powerful affiliate marketing program.
We learn from each other. We love on each other. So this is a great place to come and just create relationships.
What made me say yes was the feeling of the common unity, knowing that you're not doing this alone and you're able to get in and make money with like-minded people.
I'm learning, I'm excited about it, and it's something that I know I can show other people as well.
Wherever you came in, we just want to say thank you and we appreciate you. We're super excited about 2023 and the year that we're going to have before. We got more events coming up, more technology, great new apparel, more strategic partnerships. We're going to make a whole lot more money, bringing a lot more students and be able to take this company to the next level. And we just want to say thank you, we appreciate you, and we're looking forward for an amazing, exciting 2023 as we take this company to the next level. All right. What's going on, family? It's your boy, Aiden Dynamite, Sona Living Legend, man. Listen, we are back for another show, right? We are here again. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody all the way across the world. Man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in for us. Hopefully, you done had all the turkey, all the dressing, all the stuffing, right, that your heart so could desire. I know I ate a lot with my family. We did it on Sunday and did it again today, and it's been crazy, man. But what better day than today, right? To be able to sit down with your friends and family and talk about money, right? The Money Talk Show had to come live today because in my mind, there's no better day than today. I mean, we talk about aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, your sons, your daughters that travel all the way around the country. And Thanksgiving is that family day, right? Where people come together and actually dialogue, have real conversation about what to do with our lives. And so we took it upon ourselves to steal away for an hour or so from our families. You can see in my background, everybody in my family had to go upstairs and move around. The kids had to continue to enjoy because I wanted to take this time to talk to the family, right? To the community. Those of us are like-minded individuals. I've always believed that your vibe attract your tribe, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't help the family that you're born into, but the family that you create over your lifetime, you know what I'm saying, really becomes that family that you bond with and you grow with. And so we want to have here on the Money Talk Show as a community of us that come together, entrepreneurs or not, right? Business owners or not, but just as people. One thing I've always learned through COVID, what happened, it leveled the playing field. It didn't matter what your expertise was. It didn't matter what background you came from or what your degree was or how much money you have or how much money you didn't have. Everybody in the world was in the same predicament, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody was just trying to take care of their family, right? And so if we didn't know before then, we all should know now how important it is to grow our capital for our family, to be in a situation we could put our egos and social status to the side and just get knowledge and information. Does that make sense to you? Because I've all believed that wealth starts in the mind and then it goes to your pocket. A lot of people want money just to be in their pocket, but the reality is that wealth comes from knowledge. Do you guys agree with that? If you agree with me, put I agree in the chat, because I feel that wealth is the key to all of our longevity But it doesn't start there. It starts with somebody has to acquire the knowledge, right? The knowledge has to be transferred, and it creates the wealth. So in the Money Talk Show, what we try to do is bring some of the best experts in their expertise to come forth and iron sharpen iron. We get a chance to share energy and take this deal to the next level. So if you was on our first show, man, we appreciate you guys for showing up, and we're back by popular demand with my main man, 100 grand, Mr. Terrell Bilbo. But we not only Mr. Bilbo today, we got two educators, man. We got a double hitter, right, that you do not want to miss. So I'm gonna ask you to share this early. Each one teach one. We want to be able to reach the masses, and the reality is that we all have an opportunity to be able to grow. So you about to see my dog walk into me. You see that tail walking. See, it's family time, man. So this is how comfortable it is today. It's family time, right? And so we have another educator, Mr. Gordon Clark, man. GC himself is going to come and talk about the Forex market. So today you're going to get the crypto market and you're going to get the Forex market and how these two worlds come together to be able to help you get in position. Today is about knowledge, right? Thanksgiving. Let's show thanks. Let's be grateful. And man, let's get to it. So at this time, I'll bring these two great gentlemen to the stage. Man, we going to get to it, man. So without any further ado, Mr. Terrell Bilbo, Mr. GC, what's going on? Yes, sir. Happy Turkey Day, gentlemen.
Happy Gobble Gobble. How everybody doing today?
Hey. Man, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Y'all brothers ate good? Y'all ate good today?
Oh man. We had, in my family, we have food, but we got the seafood Christmas. So you know what I'm saying? Dressing with shrimp and crab and man, we went at it.
Y'all Louisiana cats and Texas, man, y'all just cats just different. Y'all be eating stuff like called crawfish. Like I be eating like crawfish. Like talking about Old Sloan, these lobsters, man. Them ain't no lobsters, man. Them little seafood roaches, man. Don't be trying to tell me that's
what I call them.
You ain't never had a roach that good though.
Hey man,
they trying to season and dip it and tell me there's a lobster tail. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. We're gonna get back to that, man. But I'm glad to have you guys on the show, man. I appreciate you guys, man, for coming on, taking time away from your family to be able to dive in. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm so excited for this particular show because the first show was great. I mean, I got great feedback, and Mr. Bilbo, I'm sure you got some too. You and I converse about that, and so you want to stay tuned on this particular show, guys, because towards the end of it, when you guys we're gonna give out a newsletter today. Mr. Bilbo put together, right, a crypto move of the day, and so everybody who goes through the website, let me make sure I put that up. You can go through the website and go all the way to the bottom, right? Let me do that early so I don't forget today, right? The moneytalkpodcast.com. Go to that website, right? Screenshot it, go to the site, but at the bottom of it, it has an inquiry section. So Mr. Bilbo did you a solid. He put together a crypto move of the day and is going to talk to you about what's the move, right? And how to get in position. So you're going to get some of that information from Mr. Bilbo today. So make sure you go to that site, guys, and be able to get that. And Mr. Clark, man, I'm so glad to have my man GC on here. He's going to break down the Forex market and show you guys some charts. So I'm a student today, man. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes today because you guys know exactly what's going on. And so, Mr. Bilbo, we're going to start with you. Before we go to Mr. Bilbo, I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, because you're the new guest on the show today, man. Tell a little bit about your background, where you come from, how long you've been in trading the Forex. I will say I can co-sign for Mr. Clark before he speaks. Let me properly edify the gentleman. He is an amazing trader, business partner that works with me in Extreme Lifestyle. Been trading with us for about 3 years or so now. Helps the community on a high level understand the chart. And Mr. Clark, in our academy, he teaches the Asian session, which is one of the most important sessions because of how the volatility of the market slows down a little bit. So it's a good session for beginners to come in and give them the fundamentals. So if you're a person that's listening today and you never traded Forex before, you don't really understand the market, right? This is the gentleman that I would tell you to go talk to, right? And listen to in his class, because he gives you the proper way to set up without being overwhelmed, without being in a situation where you're confused about the market. So Mr. Clark, man, tell a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your background, man, as we get into this show, man. Let's get it. Mr. Clark.
Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, from Mobile, Alabama, and first and foremost, man, just thank you guys for having me on this show. Love what you're doing, and that's the reason we're here, man. Wealth is the value that you create for someone other than yourself. So the fact is, this show right here is literally doing that. I see so many people feel like they have to be gatekeepers of knowledge, but somebody had to share that with you. So the fact that we're doing this together and helping everybody, and it's really at this point in time too, I think timing is everything. So so much happening in the world, what's going on in the markets, what's going on in the crypto space, everything. There's this big old power shift and this monetary financial shift that's happening. For this to happen right now is just absolutely incredible. But again, I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I've been trading going on like 6 years now. Had substantial amount of success trading. And a lot of times when I see traders, there's so many people that they make it sound complicated. They make it sound yeah, it's so complicated. It's like yeah, you know, they'll get up in there, they'll say stuff like yeah, so we're going to take the square of the hypotenuse and times it by the mass gravity of the universe. And I'm like, man, cut all that out. Like, we're gonna make this simple, all right? So we make yeah, man. It's like, so but see, when it's simple, we can make money because we don't have to sit there and wait and hey, what should I do here? And should I do that? And it's like, no, you gotta have a clear, concise strategy. And I'm gonna say this to anybody out there because I know a lot of people are married to their strategies. If it works for you, continue to do it. Okay, that's one thing I will say this. If a strategy works for you, continue to do it. But I want to give you this piece of advice. Stop telling you it works for you if it's not getting you results.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's
because a lot of a lot of times people hold on to whatever they heard first. That's the reason why we have a lot of bad habits right now, because we got this stuff first from our parents or family, friends, and other. We'll get this information, but at the same time, it's not getting us results. It's not getting us what we want, but we hold on to it for sentimental value because we got it from this person or we got it from that person. And I want you to understand something. If it's not giving you results, then go ahead, say, hey, I'm gonna learn something new. Let's see what I can do to add on to that. But if it's giving you results, hey, fine tune that thing. Stop popping from space to space to space. And let me say this too, Aslan, because I don't want to be a little, loquacious here, but I want to say this: if you see somebody shoot free throws at a basketball game, if they get their percentage by taking that same step, right? You're gonna line your foot up the same way, you're gonna square your body up, you're gonna bounce the ball the same amount of times, you're gonna do the same thing over and over, even if you miss. And that's how you get your percentage. What I see a lot of people do is they hit stop loss one time, then they want to go and look to find a new strategy. They get a pullback one time, they want to go and find a new mental. I'm gonna tell y'all this. That's the same thing as somebody shooting a free throw, and one time they hit it shooting it the correct way, but the next time they turn around and throw it backwards, and the next time they want to shoot a hook, and then the next time they want to underscoop it like look, stop switching up the shot. Perfect the shot. Right.
Yeah. And that's the deal. We got to protect and get distracted. And this is why, we have Mr. Clark teaching the beginners to be able to get they set up the right way. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to have you guys, man. We got a good, strong hour, a power hour, guys, to dive in. So I just want to recap for a minute. I like to go back before we go forward because some people wasn't a part of the first show. And so, Mr. Bilbo, let's talk a little bit about it, man. We dove into a lot of stuff last time, but let's go all the way back to the fundamentals. Number one, what is crypto and what's blockchain? I want to go as far as back that because we're going to move you forward, right? But let's go back. So let's talk about it for those who may not know, because we're going to attempt to put you in position today, but I want you to really understand. So Mr. Bilbo, talk to the people about what is crypto, first of all. We're talking about crypto like it's some digital video game cartridge or something, and Mario Brothers over here is not real stuff. So tell the people, what is crypto, first of all? What is crypto itself?
Well, basically, crypto is just a form of digital money, right? It's a type of money that's only found on the internet, right? So you can buy things with it, you can trade things with it, you can invest. But this is the key caveat. Instead of it being issued by a central bank or government, it's all created and managed on the internet. So you'll hear me talk a lot about decentralization. That's what crypto does. But that's basically all it is. It's a digital form of money that only exists, like a digital cash that only exists on the internet. That's what it is.
All right, so it's in the chat for you guys. What's crypto? Is digital money. For a lot of people trying to figure out what is crypto. Crypto is real money, right? This is digital money itself. Fiat is the dollar bill like we got in our wallets and whatever. That's the physical dollar. Crypto is digital money, and we kind of experience it to a degree. When you swipe a debit card, I mean, that ain't cash in your hand, right? It's an electronic transaction. And so we talk about transactions that move in the digital format, right? That you believe already is real, right? That is recorded on your bank ledger, so you believe it, right? And then you see it, but you don't have the physical money, but you know what you have. So from a societal standpoint, guys, like we're already living in this in a degree of how our world operates. I think what's scaring most people of us is that you can touch the physical cash, right? And it makes you feel secure and comfortable because you got something tangible, right? And in the digital currency world, is nothing tangible, right? But that doesn't mean it's not there. Because let your bank account get wiped out, you calling the bank right away like that digital money ain't showing up. Like, I knew I had some money in here. You ain't touch it, but you know it was there. So let's just be real. We already dealing with that. So I want to address that first, right?
Ain't no numbers on the screen.
Them numbers ain't looking right. That math ain't mathing. That math ain't mathing. And so we look at the blockchain. All right, so digital money. So let's talk about blockchain, right? So blockchain itself being that technology. So talk about it. So the money is moving and it's operating on the blockchain. So Mr. Bilbo, what's blockchain?
Blockchain is the technology that all cryptocurrency runs on. So I always say, think about blockchain like the internet. And then the different coins and projects that we talk about are the websites that run on top of it. But if you want to break it down a little bit simpler, blockchain is a digital ledger, just like your bank account, just like Mr. Sloan was just talking about, those transactions that happen. And you can see every transaction that happens in your bank account. It's the same thing with the blockchain. It's a digital ledger that you can see.
All right, so I'm
all the transaction that's happening in real time.
Perfect. So I put it on there. Blockchain itself, right? The technology, the money, information runs on. It's just it's that train, it's that track that everything is moving down, right? So it's already happening in real time, guys. So we seeing this, and so a lot of people is talking about, all right, the bearish market, the bullish market, and I want to dive right into this show because we got a lot of information to cover. And so let's talk about the society we live in right now. Obviously, in the United States, we just came up on the election year. Now we saw the crypto market wake up. Now everybody is starting to move, right? And they're trying to figure out what is this bear bull market that we're talking about. So in today's show, we're going to talk about the bear and bull market. We're going to show you a clip of informational of what does that bull market look like, right? And we're going to dive into how to set up, find the project, analyze it, and why this market is not guessing, guys. This is not guesswork. These are calculations. This is calculated information. People are, oh, I wonder, how do you know if it's going to go that way? Well, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie, right? And so we can look at the chart, and the chart is telling us the behavior of the market, right? It's something called a breakout retest, and we done seen this happen. And so let's talk about this bear market and this bull market. So Mr. Bilbo, bear market, bull market, let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, basically, when you look at it from the standpoint, guys, like Mr. Clark was talking about from the jump, a lot of people make this a lot harder than it has to be with trading, right? The stock market, charts market, any market that you look at, it only goes two directions, up or down. That's it, right? So when the market is up, we're in a bull market. When the market is down, we're in a bear.
There you go. So you mean to tell me
that's pretty simple, guys.
It ain't no philosophical equation for that? It ain't no philosophical equation.
It's not,
for that?
bro. It's really not. It's like, you know what I realize is that what makes it difficult is the psychological and the relationship that most people have with money. That's what's causing all the confusion in your mind. Because if you really look at it, if anybody told you you got a 50-50 shot in anything in life, you'd be like, give me them odds. I'll take those.
Absolutely.
But that's what the market is. It goes up and it goes down. That's it.
Perfect. Up and down. So that's what we at. So right now, guys, what would you classify this market to be, Bilbo? Like, the market is moving. What do you say this market is right now?
So I would say we're coming out of a bear market, right? So the last 4 years, last 3.5 or 4 years, last 2 years really, but we've been sitting in this lull, and if you look at it, you can see it. You know, we've been down and Gordon can touch on this, but we've been at the lows, right? And we've been kind of consolidating, moving sideways, right? So we're coming out of a bear market, and I'm telling you guys, this bull run will be something that I don't believe anybody has ever seen, because even if we talk about Bitcoin going from 0.003 to $100,000, understand that was with a government and a regulatory body that was against the whole industry fighting us tooth and nail, and now we're coming into the first time. You got a president, you got a Senate, you got a Congress, you got all of these different people that's saying, come on, bring this Bitcoin on. And me and Slow was talking about it earlier. I was like, think about the brokers on Wall Street, right? If you get a 5 to 10, you get a 5 to 10 on your portfolio, you're a genius in Wall Street's terms.
You win, right?
Can get 50, 100, 1,000x on their portfolio. Oh, they about to go stupid. They are about to go stupid. So
it's crazy.
It's about to go down.
I think that's a great point that you pull up. Like, people look at how long it took Bitcoin to go from here to there. And from a retail perspective, a person would say, oh, I remember that was 10 years ago, whatever. But I think a big part of it you have to understand, in every level of society, it goes through an economic psychology transition. You see what I'm saying? And so we talking about a psychology transition, not just a financial growth in the economy, but people's mindset had to get to the point of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And any time there's a transition, you have resistance. So a big part of Bitcoin being able to grow and be accepted in the new society is that people had to see how it worked. People had to be able to accept it, and governments weren't against it because most people are afraid of change. Can we agree with that? Like, people are afraid of change. And it is not until you get into the massive acceptance that you can get into that accelerated growth. And I feel like that's a big reason right now where a lot of things on the blockchain is growing at an exponential rate, because now it's socially accepted. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can look back at our own culture, in the black and brown culture. You didn't have so many black quarterbacks 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Let's just think about it. It wasn't socially accepted 20 years ago as a black quarterback, you know, in the National Football League. It wasn't accepted. Now teams look weird if they don't got a black quarterback on their roster. You know what I'm saying? Because now it has been accepted in the performance of athletes. Major League Baseball was the same way, right? The segregation had sports segmented in a space that it didn't grow because it wasn't socially accepted. You know what I'm saying? But once it became socially accepted, then Major League took off and it went to another level. We can go through every sports, the NBA, just to make it kind of common of how we seen social demeanors change economic growth. What happened in blockchain and crypto is the same psychological process. You know what I mean? I want to make this really, really plain. You follow me? Is that Bitcoin and blockchain was suppressed for years because governmental agencies did not accept it. So what we're saying is, now that we have gotten to the point, family, I want to make sure y'all get this. I want to make sure you get this. Now you done got
dollar circulate.
What is psychologically accepted. Now you can go in stores and you can boom, tap it for Bitcoin. You couldn't do that 5-10 years ago. Like, you not in the US like that. You didn't see Bitcoin ATMs. You didn't see that. Now we're seeing it. Now the president, the Senate, the government, the Federal Reserve is starting to back it in the strongest economic structure in the world. What do you think is going to happen? This is what we're saying, just to bring it all home. You know what I'm saying? Because Bitcoin growth, 10 years, when was it when they first came out, Terrell? It came
2009.
2009. So from 2009 to 2024. Look how long.
0.003.
0.003, which is like most meme coins right now. So imagine Bitcoin being a meme coin. You know what I'm saying? And looking at it now at 100,000 with governmental suppression. Now the government has took the lid off, and now it's going to mainstream society. So this is what we're saying. You got to get in position. I know the turkey was good. I know the dressing was the bomb. The macaroni and cheese was good. I know the macaroni and cheese was busted. But you had to get this information to talk around.
This the real turkey.
This the real turkey. This the meat and potatoes right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? And so now with this bull run we going into is because it's now socially accepted. So all we're saying is get in position before the masses does, because you only got a couple of weeks before this president get elected, and after that it's going to start going crazy. So this push we just had, this last 14 days was a shakeup. This was just warming the car. There was an old deuce in the car.
Pay attention.
Hey, y'all know you had that old Chevy. We used to, mama used to say, go warm up the car, but before you go to school, and you patting. Yeah, so y'all ain't come up in the house like that. Well, all y'all cars just started. See, my mama car, we had to pat the gas a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Before the gas got to, and she turned it on. You follow me? The pat just happened. The last 14 days. the market was just getting padded. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about to take off. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you a video real quick about the bull run, you know what I mean, of what's about to happen right now. So I want you guys to pay attention to this, a quick clip of what's happening, how the bull run is here. All right, let's take a look.
Great day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Terrell Bilbo, the crypto consultant here at Extreme Lifestyle. And guess what, guys? The bull run is here. We have been waiting for this moment to happen almost 3 years now. Students at Extreme have been learning about cryptocurrency, how to open a wallet, and getting prepared for this new bull run that's getting ready to take place. And guys, it is here and we are super excited. So if you've been in my class for the last 3 years, you already know. You know what's getting ready to happen. But let's see what the world is finding out about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology.
Well, Bitcoin has now surged to an all-time high in value.
This is extremely bullish for the cryptocurrency world to have a Trump administration, which is a 180 from his previous stance the last time he was president. I think, you know, the national debt going from 27 trillion to 36 trillion, adding another $1 trillion every 100 days has something to do with that.
Bitcoin has officially topped $82,000 for the first time.
And as Fox 13's Lauren Simonetti reports, this is all on the heels of Donald Trump's White House win.
Stocks opening Monday with a frenzy of excitement. Bitcoin soaring well over $80,000 into the afternoon, reaching fresh all-time highs following Donald Trump's White House win.
The wider crypto market also seeing outsized gains this morning.
President-elect Trump had branded himself throughout the 2024 election as a pro-crypto candidate for president. The former president promising to launch a strategic national crypto stockpile if elected to a second term.
Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and Crypto Presidential Advisory Council.
His election night victory, including Elon Musk, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Cantor Fitzgerald CEO Howard Lutnick, all three in alignment on the future of crypto.
If you look at the four possible outcomes of the election, you got the one that was the most pro-growth because you had the ability for deregulation, you had the ability for pro-growth tax policy, and oh, by the way, you have a Federal Reserve who is lowering interest rates. So you have this trifecta of things that really are, you know, sort of the mother's milk of stocks.
The crypto industry is also keeping a close eye on who the president-elect will appoint to chair the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, after having promised to fire the current SEC chair on day one. In New York, Lauren Simonetti, Fox 13 News.
Guys, this is amazing news for us, right? We don't here at Extreme, we don't talk about politics. We don't get into all that. We talk about money and wealth building. And what this says, you have a president that is going to back the asset that you have in your wallet. That's what you need to be concerned about. So we're going to teach you how to do that. And then when we look at the baby boomers, right? IRA accounts, all of this money that's sitting on the sideline with the ETFs, now they can get access to crypto. And look at this. On Tuesday, BlackRock's IBIT managed to surpass a total of $1 billion in trading volume in just 25 minutes, guys. So what that tells you and what that tells me and what you should be paying attention to, that lets you know that the dollar is circulating. The bull run is here, guys. So get yourself in position, get yourself in place so you can take full advantage of what's getting ready to happen. Extreme Lifestyles, we're here to make sure you get the right information. I'm Terrell Bilbo. Make sure you tap in. Great day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Terrell Bilbo, the crypto consultant here at Extreme.
All right, guys, we want to make sure you got that, right? I hope you got the full clip.
Yeah.
You know, so what Mr. Bilbo showed us, these are live news clips that's talking about the run. So Mr. Bilbo, dive into that, because that was some information that you pulled together. So back that data that you were talking about. This is what I love about the show. It's no opinions.
Yeah,
like this is not opinionated. You can feel however you want to feel. I don't believe it. Crypto is not real. You can feel. You're entitled to your own feelings. But this show is going to be about the hard documented facts. Yep. This is factual stuff. So your feelings don't pay bills. You know what I'm saying? We talking about facts. You know what I'm saying? The facts pay the bills. Bilbo, talk to me, baby. What you talk to me about this?
Oh man. So basically, like I said, we don't get into the politics, but like I always remind people to understand, like say if you had a business and the president of the United States got on national TV and say, hey, Dynamite Sloan's podcast, The Money Talks, is the best podcast I've ever been to.
It is.
It is. And it is. You know, we just wait for him to make the endorsement. You know what I'm saying? But what would that do for your business or your podcast? It's gonna take it through the roof, man. So it's just like right now, bro. We are sitting at a time that we haven't seen before. So all the other things that people are talking about, crypto's not being real. Well, and it's another thing that I want you to understand. If you understand narrative and propaganda, you gotta be conscious of that. The CNN news cycle that pays the same thing 24 hours a day over and over again. It gets into the psyche of the people. Well, guess what's starting to happen now? Bitcoin is being programmed into the psyche of the people. So subconsciously, they don't even gonna know why they're going to do something, but they're going to go do it. Right. So this is what you got to understand. While the rest of the world is catching up, you're already in place. You're already putting yourself in place. Right now, about 5% of the world it actively has a wallet or knows something about cryptocurrency. But guess what, guys? 100% of the world will have to come into this fold. So if you get in at 5%, imagine what 20% looks like, but you already in position.
Pause right there, man. Pause right there. Like, ooh, man, you just, with the 5 not having a wallet right now, you know what I'm saying? And we already at 100,000 in Bitcoin, and we seeing XRP, we seeing Stellar, like we seeing all these other coins starting to take off, and we talking about a fraction. This is why, guys, I said it's just the shakeup right now. It's just the deuce in the quarter pack. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the deuce in the quarter pack, baby. Like we ain't even got really jiggy with it yet. Like this is just warming up. And I'm telling my family, like my family gonna start having Family Friday. You know what I'm saying? A part of my kids' Christmas is you ain't getting a whole bunch of shoes and clothes and toys. Now everybody getting a wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting a wallet, and I'm about to put this money in a wallet because this is legacy growth. This is how you grow your legacy of your family, because we know it is our fiduciary responsibility because we have families to put them in position. It's not about convincing the family of what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I believe. God bless families with leaders in the family say, listen, this is my tribe. I'm taking responsibility for, you know what I'm saying? I know what I know, and I'm putting y'all in position. This was all the great forefathers did, you know what I mean? Of why you got the Rockefeller, the Kennedys, and these families that don't just have 501c3s, they have foundations. We can get back to that later, you know what I'm saying? But they have certain things that's set up that take their legacy to the next level. So what the wallet talk you was talking about, Terry, before we go into the chart, and I want to drop a couple projects now that we don't woke people up to know this is real talk in the news. You know what I mean? This is why the economy is going to the next level with crypto, is because now the psychology stigma is being shifted and is being socially accepted. You see what I'm saying? And so now we're saying you have to do what that says at the bottom, get in position to get ahead of the masses of the 95%. See, wealth is about positioning. It's not about all who knows the most. It's who got in the right position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who got in the right position? You can have a cat that got a PhD, you know what I mean? And you can have a regular kid on the street who just say, I know about Bitcoin. He don't got no college degree and got in position. And he a millionaire now. And the cat that got the PhD, he just got a PhD. But that don't mean he understand money.
It's happening now. Like you have 12, 13-year-old kids right now that understand this digital space and understand this blockchain space, and they print money from their computers.
Bro, it's happening.
My daughter.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Real time. So let's go into the wallets, Bilbo. So tell the people a couple of wallets they can get before we get into the chart.
Okay, so first and foremost, I believe so. It's a difference between a hot wallet and a cold wallet, right? So some of the hot wallets that I want you guys to have, Crypto.com is definitely one. It's a wallet and an exchange. So I always tell people to get Crypto.com. You need to have a Trust wallet. That's one of the ones that I started with. So Trust wallet. If you want to navigate the Solana ecosystem, which I'm telling you, you're going to want to navigate the Solana ecosystem, you need a Solflare wallet. That's Solfare, Solflare wallet. So those are some of the ones. And then you have things like Uphold. I just read a good article about Uphold, and they have a really good wallet too. I've never used it myself, but I've used Uphold. I like it. So Uphold is good. And then, man, where'd it go? I'm trying to show off, and it's in the other room. Babe, bring me.
Hey, that's that Bay call. Bay, hey, Bay.
Hey. My Hardwell wallet.
Right.
Hey, Bay, bring me
Yeah.
that hard wallet from
Right.
on the counter.
But
Right.
the other one is a Tangent wallet. So I always tell you guys when we're buying coins on these exchanges, remember they're just like the banks. So you don't control their money. Just like a lot of people is hype on Robinhood right now. I wouldn't be so hype on Robinhood because you got to remember what happened last time when the little guy started winning on Robinhood, they froze withdrawals, right? So
yeah, that's good.
please be conscious of that. I know it feel good, and some of you guys are new, don't even know the past history, but that's why we're here to tell you, get your money off of these third-party wallets and make sure you're putting it into something that you control. And when I say you control, that means you have the private keys, and we can talk more about that, but you have the ability of off-board ramp. That means I can buy it here and I can take it to something that I control. And that Hardwell wallet that I want everybody to get is called Tangem, T-A-M-G-E-M. T-A-M-G-E-M, Tangem wallet. That's a cold storage wallet. It's like a little credit card. It comes with an app on your phone, and you just tap it to the back of your phone, and it brings up your portfolio. That's where you should be storing your crypto.
Spell it again, T. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
T-A-N-G-E-M, Tangem wallet.
Tangent wallet. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you put me up on that one, and that's big because guys, you got to move the money. Again, this is good knowledge. See, people say they want to get in, but these are the nuances. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people lost their secret keys when Bitcoin blew up and jumped off a bridge? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
They couldn't find they passcode keys. It's no forgot password button. You know what I'm saying? On an exchange to get your keys back. So this is what I'm saying. You have to know this stuff. This is the small nuances that we're trying to educate everybody on, that you buy it on an exchange, okay? Crypto.com, Solflare, you know what I'm saying? Uphold, you buy it on an exchange, and then your wallet address, you transfer it off of that platform to a secure place. Because you don't own Uphold, you don't own Crypto.com, you don't own Solflare. What you gonna do? Call them and say, y'all got my crypto, give me my money back. Like, that's not gonna happen. They don't even know who you are. Like, don't do that. There's no customer service number. So all we're saying is take the money and move it to a secure place. See, these are the jewels that you gotta know. And then do not save that wallet secret passcode addresses in your phone, on your computer, because the scammers is out here. They are trained to swipe computers and take your passcodes. Physically write it down. Put it in a safe box or somewhere where you can actually recall that data. You see what I'm saying? This is how you secure the legacy of the future. Again, guys, I know it's something different, but it's real talk. We are in a new society where you have to get used to the psychological adjustment of how to protect your legacy. All right. And so let's get into a couple projects, and then we're going to go to the Forex side because I want to show the market, and this is where we're going to get into the charts. And so, Mr. Bilbo, we talked about a few projects last time, right? We talked about Filecoin. We talked about different things like that. So what I really want you to do is talk about some projects for people to pay attention to. Again, if you was at the last show, we talked about coinmarketcap.com. There's so much sauce. Coinmarketcap.com. Go to the site. Study a project. Now, what we're going to tell you is when you find the project, how do you look at that project in the chart? And this is where Extreme Lifestyle in our academy, most of our students know how to do this already, of how to mark up a chart and find out when is a good time to make the purchase. So now we're going to share this sauce with you guys of how to go to coinmarket.com and how to view the chart. And this is where it gets real saucy. So if you ain't shared this yet, I don't know what you waiting on, but you better get out that pen and pad, baby, because this is where the money start talking. So Mr. Bilbo, tell us about Filecoin. Two things I want you to address real quick. When you go to coinmarketcap.com, tell the people where to find two things. The all-time high, right now, circle the current price. So when you pull up a project, this is the current price of what it's selling for right now. This is what the market is paying for the project. Now, when we talk about being a savvy investor, you want to know, what has the market paid for this? What was the market willing to pay for this before? Can you scroll down and show the people how to find the all-time high? Y'all see that on the left-hand side, right? The all-time high for that is what? $237. That's what the market has been willing to pay for this. You can get it right now at $577. And the market has agreed to pay for it at $237. That means right now, you see it is in the red. To circle that negative. That's called a discount. That's a blue light special. You know what I'm saying? That's a blue light special.
And this is what I find too about, again, when we talk about psychology, right? Most of us, when we walk into the store, we don't walk into the store and say, hey, give me the most expensive thing you got in here, right? We just don't do that. We're looking for a discount. We're looking for a sale. But when it comes to investing, and this is another psychology thing that we want to know, and if you just study the market, most people, you like to buy things. Like, people buying things makes people feel happy, right?
Absolutely.
So the majority of people who trade, they never sell. That's why when we buy down here and this thing is getting to all-time highs and stuff, I'm telling you, 90% of the people, the reason why 90% of the people lose in crypto is because they don't want to sell. That's 90% of the problem right there. They don't want to sell. Once they get up, they won't sell. But people like myself, I'm waiting for those people who don't want to sell so I can sell. Right? It's called exit liquidity. So I need somebody to sell to, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to, I will. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that. But so this is how we look at it, man. We go in here and we look at certain things that we pay attention to on Coin Market Cap. My computer will start moving for me. Hold on. So go back up here, and again, you just want to look at certain things. So the market cap right now, $3.4 billion market cap. Last 24 hours, $433 million came into this coin. So good volume, and even that's down. But always look at the red days, like Sloan said, man. When you see red, you got to understand that's a discount. That's what we're looking at. That's what excites me. And then make it simple, guys. Like we said, the market goes up and it goes down. Are we buying at a high? Are we at a high or are we at a low? We buy the lows, we sell the highs. We make it super simple. But then what I want to point out to you guys, when we talk about exit strategy, right? And just to give you where we are right now, if you look at, this is the 4-hour chart. So if you look at it right now, we got up and consolidation to the sideways. That is an in-spirit bull flag. So we can project maybe more upside. But if not, if we fall back down, that's what we're looking for to get a better price tag. But what I want to do is always, like they say, when in doubt, zoom out. And if we look at this thing from an overall perspective, right? This is what I want you guys to see. I'm buying in, say you buying in at $5, right? 570 or wherever we at, right? And then we know what the all-time high is. So what is your exit strategy? So this is a tool that we use in trading. It's called the Fibonacci here. So let me grab my full, which one is it? The field retracement, we take it from the high to the lows right here. And then look at that 50% mark, right? 50% is when you need to be taking in. And again, this is my strategy. You don't have to take the strategy, but this is my strategy. At 50% of the all-time high, I'm taking 50% of my portfolio or whatever my allocation to this one is. I'm taking it off the table. I'm putting those chips in my pocket, right? So again, how do I know what the 50% mark is? You use the Fibonacci, right? From the highs to the low, this is a 50% retracement. So that means when Filecoin gets to $120, you need to be taking half of your position off the table. And the great thing about these charts, you don't have to try to remember it or know when it's going to happen. You can set yourself an alert on your chart to let you know when that price mark hits, right? And then the next one is the 618. I'm not gonna get into trading, but the 618 is another.
Hold, Bilbo. Wait a minute. I had to come from backstage, man. You hit something that hit me in my shenanay up in here, bro. I felt something, man. You hit something that hit me in my shenanay right up in here, bro. I felt something, bro. Right? My shimmy was going a little bit, bro. You said pull the Fibonacci, 50% retrace and take 50% of your allocation off the table. See that piece, we can't zoom past that. Because most people don't know when to take the money off the table. Like Vegas, you take the chip when you win and you put it in your pocket. This is why most people go to Vegas and they go back home broke. You know what I'm saying? They go on a winning streak and they keep thinking they're gonna keep winning, and then the chips start going back down. They're like, wait a minute. And then they doubling up trying to recapture. That's like revenge trading. Like, that's emotional. See, you can't allow. This is what I'm saying. I had to come from backstage real quick. You can't allow the emotions to control you when you don't know which way to go.
Right.
When it hit 50%, take 50% of what you allocate in that deal off the table. Put the chips in your pocket. The goal is to make money, not keep gambling with the money. Take the money so you got something for yourself. Put it over here on the side in your wallet. Move it off out of that trade, sell off. Now it's back in your exchange on your wallet. You know what I'm saying? And so if you need to put some money back in, you can get a second position. This is the sauce. This is how you make the money. I had to come. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I had to jump back in real quick because that's what people miss it right there.
Yes, sir.
We just said the market is willing to give you 234. So when that bad boy getting 115, 120 and getting in that 50% zone, you need to be taking that money. If you bought it at 5 and now you at 125, what you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? Don't get greedy. Somebody put it in the chat for me.
Yep.
Do not get greedy.
Yep.
Don't get greedy. 50%, take the money off the table. Now you got less of your money and you just going up for the ride. Now you playing with house money. I just had to say that, bro, real quick. I'm sorry. I'm going back in the backstage. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. Good, but no, absolutely correct. So, and this is why we take the emotions out of it, because like I said, people don't like to sell. We just like to buy things. That's the natural reaction, right? So the next play, our next target would be the 618, right? So that means at $148, Filecoin gets up to $148, then you take another 25% off the table, right? So now what you've done, you covered your initial investment and profit. 618, you're taking another bit of profit off the table, and then that last 25%, then that's when you let run and you see what price discovery, you see what's gonna happen and see what the market gonna do at that time. But then this is basically, like you said, we're playing with the house money at this point. But this is what I suggest everybody have going into this next bull run, because I'm telling you, the numbers are gonna be things that you've never seen in your life, and especially if you're new to crypto, it's gonna blow your mind. It's really going to blow your mind. So you have to have a plan going in. And God, please, guys, be like a robot. Stick to the plan, because if you choose to play your own game, you're going to lose. I promise you, 90% of people lose because they don't want to take profit. I don't want us to be those people. So this is just a strategy. This is a strategy that I use when I'm trading. So I just wanted to give y'all that. And then also, so when we look at Jasmine, and also one time, I'm going to give you this real quick too, just so you can kind of see the returns that you can possibly get, right? So again, this is not financial advice, not trying to entice anybody to do anything, just doing numbers, right? So $1,000 divided by 0.76, right? That gives you 173 coins, tokens, shares, however you want to look at it. And like we said, our conservative metric is the market it's agreed to pay $37 for this. So if you do times 237, that means you have you took $1,000 and you turned that into 41,000. Now that's just getting back up to the all-time.
Man, that sound illegal, man. Man, what? This is what I'm saying. See, y'all just think we be talking. I always say, people call you first, they call you crazy, then they'll call you a genius. We just said take $1,000. Some of y'all about to spend $5,000-$6,000 on your kid for Christmas. For some clothes, they gonna outwear. For some shoes, they gonna play kickball and soccer in. For some toys, they ain't gonna play with. And we just said take $1,000, put it in something that you know gonna go crazy. Put it over there. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm doing for my kids for Christmas. If you understand what I'm saying, now you understand what I'm saying. Put it over there. When the market go up, just at that deal, just at that. If it took you 6 months, if it took you a year to take 1,000 and turn it into 41,000, would you be upset? Name me a bank right now that's giving you that. Give me one bank, interest rate, product, insurance, investments, IULs, mutual funds. Give me one product that you could put $1,000 in and give you 41,000 ROI. This is why we're saying there's going to be the biggest wealth transfer in our lifetime, because you could take a little bit of money and turn it into a lot. You could take a little bit of money. Everybody need more money. As I started the show and said, COVID brought us all to the same playing field that we all have to pay attention to our dollar, watch our emotions. So, Bilbo, that piece right there, I was just waiting for you to pull out that calculator. You know I love numbers. And numbers get me excited, bro. I get to feel it real swaggy when I see some numbers. That's the deal. Put that in position. Now go to Jasmine. Then we're gonna go to Bill. I need to get over here to Clark, so Clark can show us the same thing on the Forex side. But pull up Jasmine and finish you were talking about. Because we talked about this earlier, and that was a really, really good coin. What was going? You said that's an Asian coin, right, Jasmine? I think Billboard froze. Is he back? You know, over there in Houston, the internet be off in Houston. You know, it be something going on. You know,
that's a stable. Jasmine, a staple coin. Yeah, absolutely.
They close to the Dallas Cowboys. That's why his internet getting stuck. He too close to the Cowboys stadium.
Hey man, you know they gonna get stuck. Without the Cowboys, you know they gonna get stuck.
So go ahead, Clark, because you know about Jasmine too. So you can talk about Jasmine until Bilbo come back up.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, basically, I'm gonna talk about it on the Forex side because I don't want to step over my brother. But I will say this because a lot of people get stocks and Forex mixed up. So I want to at least touch on the difference in that. When you're dealing with stocks, you're dealing with the ownership. So, you know, the Robin Hoods and all that, those are stocks. And one of the main things that I always get when somebody comes in, they don't know the difference between stocks and Forex. So stocks do shares. I mean, you're trading the ownership of, right? So that means that I own a share of this company or this service or this product. That's a share of. So as it goes up, the value of that goes up, then you make money with it. This is the reason why you heard Mr. Bilbo say, hey, a lot of people just hold on and they don't sell. It is important for you to sell on stocks because, again, if it's making money, you're making money. But if it's tanking, you're tanking. So the difference in Forex isn't trading the ownership of, they're trading the movement of.
Yeah.
Right. So that's basically big. What you're doing now, absolutely. So this is the reason why you're able to make a little, like Ryan said, a lot more, because when you're trading Forex or futures, you're trading a movement. And so that means that I'm going to now buy a contract. We don't call it shares in Forex. We call them contracts because you're contracting at this price point. How many units is it moving away from that price point? And that can be higher or lower. So that means that if it goes up and we are in a buy, that means that we believe that it's bullish. And if it continues to go up, we're making money. However, in Forex, since we're trading the movement, even if it goes down, if we get into a sell, we're trading the movement. So now we're still making money when it goes down. And the reason I felt that was such an important thing to talk about is because the reason that so many people get into stocks and they hold on to things and not let it go is because they're stepping into stocks with a Forex mind, thinking that I'm going to hold this and I'll be okay. Well, no, you're losing money that way because this is not the ownership, it's the movement.
And that's
I want to make sure.
That's a great point because the Forex market being that bilateral movement, it only go up or down. You know what I'm saying? The market goes up and down, and even when it moves sideways, you know what I mean? That direction is still going up and down. And that consolidation is, when you look at the chart, I think that's really big for people to know real quick as we get into the Forex side of the house, because with the world economy going on, this is why we want to talk about the crypto from the first phase of the show, moving into the Forex side, because the crypto piece is digital currency. The whole world is getting on the same sheet of music of using this digital technology. Now let's talk about world economy. In the world economy, the Forex market itself is all these different countries. Stocks are companies, right? Forex is foreign countries, foreign exchange, right? It's countries' currencies that you're trading the movement up or down bilaterally, right? And so whether the market's going up or down, you can still make money. Clark, talk about that for a second, because a lot of people don't realize that. That's a big difference between stocks and Forex. In the stock market, if it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money. In Forex, as Mr. Clark just said, you can make money. You're trading the movement. So if the market goes up and you anticipate that, you can make money on the way up. If the market goes down, you can make money on the way down. Bilaterally, it's a bilateral market, so you can make money either way, which makes the Forex market so much larger than the stock market, right? About, what is this? Clark, 7 trillion a day that moves in the Forex market?
Yep, $7.6 trillion a day.
With a T. That ain't for time out. What a T. 7 trillion.
Just to put that into perspective, the entire stock market collectively, right? $35 to $36 billion a day. That's not even close.
That ain't even
And we
close.
can 10x the stock market. We can 10x the stock market. That'd be $350 billion. That's still not even a fraction of the forex market. So
now have you guys? Can you see why they didn't teach us forex in school? You know what I'm saying? Like like the banks have people who actually are forex traders in their bank. So when you're depositing I love what we do. Oh my God, bro, I love it so much.
Man.
Like when we go to the bank and everybody feel good about their money in the bank, and you get your 0.001% interest rate on the money. The bank themselves have forex trader like Mr. Clark in the back room with screens all over, and they're trading everybody's money. You know what I'm saying? And the bank has given a guarantee to you that your money is here and you grow at a 0.001% interest on your money. So they don't owe you nothing. You got pennies on the dollar while they're over here trading on the 7 trillion side. And so what we try to do in Extreme Lifestyle is teach people how to trade like the banks. Teach people how to think like the banks. You know what I'm saying? Not like the retailers, but I just want to bring it all the way down to a common denominator. Or what are we talking about? We're talking about how to make money on the movement of money now, how to position it in technology is one thing, but how to trade in the foreign countries markets is something totally different. Stocks and forex are totally different, right? So Clark, let's talk about with the bull market going on right now and everything is going on in the world. We had a conversation earlier today that I want you to bring to the people when we was talking about just paying attention, how to just pay attention. Bilbo, I see you backstage getting right. When we were talking about paying attention to the electoral votes, paying attention to the presidential parties, paying attention to the policies. See, my dad was a military guy. And so he used to always tell me to watch the news. When people are like, I don't want to watch the news. But my father would watch CNN. He would watch what was going on in the world. And as I got older as a man, I understand now that these people and these policies that they put in place in government makes a big difference of what's going on with the world economy or how money's going to move. In Forex, we trade how the money moves in the market. You see the correlation? So I want you to talk about how the presidential policies affect Democrat, Republican, how it reflects into the Forex market with the U.S. currency, the JPY, and how whether it's a Republican or Democratic party, how that offsets how them pairs move and how the people can get in position to monetize that. I want you to hit that real quick, Doc.
Absolutely. All right. So first things first, we stated at the beginning of this call, and I love that you said this. We don't really care about opinions. We're going to talk about facts. And so one fact that a lot of people don't know is America in itself is a corporation. It's a business.
Yes. Sir.
And so when I say that, I want you to go to you can go to Google or type in whatever city or state that you're from, and you're going to see Wikipedia is going to pop up, right? And it's going to give you your city and your state. And one thing that you're going to all find that each one of them have is something called an incorporation date. So, matter of fact, I can see if I can share my screen real quick and show something. But just to point this out, because all of this is going to tie into the charts. So let me pull this up real quick.
And it's that sauce that y'all enjoying y'all Thanksgiving meal. You know what I'm saying? Put a 7 in the chat if y'all enjoying Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving, be thankful for the stuffing. You know, this the dressing right here. This the turkey. You know, I don't even eat ham, but this y'all ham for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not even allowing me to share my screen. Hold on, let me do this. Let me see if it's there we go. Oh, it doesn't want me to share nothing with y'all.
Oh, come on,
hold
man.
on just a minute, Sloan.
Technology.
Yeah, we gonna get it to you. Right, Tara, do me a favor, because I know that you was cleaning up something real quick. Do this, and I'm gonna reset this real quick to see if I can get it to work.
Okay. What do you want to? We'll go back to Filecoin real quick.
Right, and I'm gonna say this too, and I'm gonna come back on it. But when y'all was talking about Bitcoin, because all of this stuff is going to tie back into it. But I just want to see where I can get this going to share this screen. So I think it's overloading. So I'll be right back. Let me reset this.
All right. So real quick on Jasmine.
We flexible. We moving on. That's why you got so many experts. You see how we can bounce in and out like the Temptations. You know, we go backstage, front stage, backstage, front stage. Let's go 5 heartbeats, baby. We on time. Go ahead. So let's jump back to Jasmine. All right, go ahead.
So Jasmine, same thing. We always want to say what the market is willing, what I can get it for now, what the market is willing to pay for it. So same thing. $1,000 divided by 0.02, right? Times all-time high for Jasmine has been $4.99. $1,000. Now listen, I know. Listen, I know this sounds crazy, right? I know it sounds crazy, but I actually just got rid of that.
Hey man, when you did that, man, my bald head started sweating, man. I think I felt some liquid come on my forehead. Did y'all see that?
I'm gonna go back to it, but this one I'm saying, when we're looking at not hopes, not wishes, not dreams, again, this is what the market has agreed. But then let's dig a little deeper and see who are the people behind the Jasmine coin. All right, so look at these guys. Former president and CEO of Sony Corporation and president of the U.S. Sony Engineering and Manufacturing of America, right? CEO of SonyStyle.com, Japan Inc., right? Look at this. Who's this guy? What did he do? KP MG. I don't know who that is, but I'm thinking it's pretty something big. So you got to look at the pedigree of the people that are in this. Former president of Sony Digital Network Applications, head deputy director of, you know what I'm saying, like mobile business and group Sony. Like these are the people, these are the engineers, these are the minds behind this particular coin. And I don't have the article that I wanted to show you, but basically Japan just approved $141 billion stimulus package, and everybody understands and remembers COVID and that stimulus package and what happened to the stock market when they started pumping money into the economy. Guys, we getting ready to see the same thing. And the last thing I'll leave you with is this. So again, we talked about Filecoin. If you don't know what Grayscale is, find out what Grayscale is. But Grayscale File Trust, right? This is the price that they're getting for the Grayscale File Trust, right? But listen to what it says. It says Grayscale File Trust is one of the first securities solely invested in and deriving from the value, deriving from the price of Filecoin that enables investors to gain exposure to Filecoin in the form of a security while avoiding the challenges of buying, storing, and safekeeping Filecoin directly. Now, listen, I'm gonna say it like this. This is for the baby boomers, the 401ks, the annuities, pension funds, right? They're going to call up their broker and say, hey, I want to get some of this. I want to get exposure to cryptocurrency. How can I get some? And guess what they're going to pay? $58 per share, right? But what are we paying per share? Because we're learning the information. We're not leaving it to somebody else to manage our money. We're managing our own money. And that's the difference. All right. So that's what I wanted to show on that one. All right.
Man, I appreciate you pulling that up. And somebody said something in the chat. And this is the reality, guys, that someone said in the chat that there's no guarantee to go back to the all-time high. I love addressing comments like that, right?
Absolutely.
And so let's talk about it. But what we're saying is what the market is paid for, so we know the price is there. The beauty of all of this stuff is that nothing in life is guaranteed. There's no guarantee. None of us, when we jump in our car, we're going to go home and make it, right? Take it from me. I just got in an accident going to my hotel, not speeding, right? And almost died, right? Nothing in life is a guarantee. What we talk about from an investor standpoint is how to take calculation decisions. You know what I mean? This is a calculated decision based upon facts and data. All we're doing is analyzing data. I don't need guarantees. I just need data to be able to make a good decision. What do you get with jobs? Jobs guarantee you a rate, and that's why you make a little bit of money out of a job, because they guarantee you $10 an hour, right? You got a guarantee right there, right? But as an entrepreneur, you can go make 2,000, but you might not make none. It's no guarantee, but you got a better probability. All we're saying of it is that you got a better probability to take the data that's available. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to look at if Filecoin or anything else, whatever the market is willing to pay for it at an all-time high, and we understand the psychology that's going on, and to the point, Filecoin is like a storage for the cloud, right? And on the blockchain. And so when people want to store data, you look at what's the utility of a project and what is it used for. So if this is used for storage of data, of major corporations, doctor offices, hospitals, and things of that nature that have to put data on the blockchain, well, there's a pretty good probability that if this is the technology that's being used to store data at a fractionalized cost, that might be a good investment for me. Does that make sense? It might be a good investment for me. The probability is kind of weighted in my direction. If I can get it for 2 cents now, if it went up to 10 cents, if it went up to $1, if it didn't make it to, if it didn't make it to $200, I would be okay with it making it to 25, to 50, to 100. Does that make sense? And so I want to make sure that we're being really, 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 good with information, right? Of how, because all this stuff happened. And I don't think the comment was negative, but I like to address those things, because this is what you have to think about as a smart investor when you're looking at guarantees, probability, factual data to how to make a good investment decision. Does that make sense? Put makes sense in the chat, guys, if you follow me, that makes sense. Because this is information that we all have to look at.
And I want to piggyback on what he's saying.
Points. Absolutely.
And I want to piggyback on what he's saying, because he's making a good point. Like Daniel's making a good point. And that's what we're saying about, like he said, taking profits all the way up. Absolutely. We're not waiting all the way till it gets to the all-time high to say, oh, let me take something off the table. No, absolutely not. That's not the strategy. So absolutely, and we thank you for bringing that up, because these are the things, these are the conversations that we need to be happening. This is the discussion that everybody needs to be happening. What is the plan? What is the strategy? How can we be successful in this next bull run? So absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. And this is real family discussion around the table. How do we become savvy investors? And how do we put ourselves in a good position as we study the data and make good decisions, right? Absolutely. And so with Jasmine, so Clark, we're gonna jump back over here to Clark real quick. So we jumped into with Jasmine in the Forex market of looking at the charts and how with our presidential side. Was you able to share your chart now, Clark?
Absolutely. So
okay, so we want to talk about how does the government affect the movement of the money? Absolutely.
So I want y'all to understand something. There's nothing new under the sun, number one. So everything that you see going on with cryptocurrency already happened with money, the regular money. This is just the new money, right? So let's talk about this real quick. You remember that when we used to have food stamps? I remember that. They call them books.
Yes, sir. We call them sweaters in my neighborhood, Doc. We call them sweaters. It was sweaters.
Right. So we had the paper money back then. And so now we went from that paper, like right now, people got EBT cards that they swipe, but they still sell them and call them what? Books.
Yes, right.
Steps, all right. And the reason being is because you're coming from that paper to digital. And then you got the microchip. Now you got the magnetic strip. You can just tap that thing. Then now you can put your money on your phone. You don't even see it anymore. You can just use your phone and tap and pay for. So what I'm telling you is everything that you saw manipulating what I'm about to show you with regular money, it's going to be the same thing that you're seeing now with crypto. And let me show y'all something real quick. So when you heard him talk about how everybody is telling you it is now okay for everybody to start buying Bitcoin, buying this, buying that, and we're getting more open up to the idea of what cryptocurrency is. It is something that I heard you say, Sloan, that I want everybody to really take this into consideration. The wealthy positions themselves before the masses catch on.
Absolutely.
Right? So they're going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff. Now, how many of y'all, like, let's be honest, y'all heard a whole bunch of people tell you that, oh, that's risky. Don't get into cryptocurrency. Or a lot of people are they scamming people with that cryptocurrency. Oh, this is scary, right? But while they were telling you that, I mean, you saw it on the news. They plastered everything on the news when Bankman-Fried went to prison. INET CEO went right behind it. They showed all of that stuff. But what they didn't show you was this right here. While they were telling you, we can put some stuff on the screen here. While they were telling you that that you could do all this stuff, I want you to see this. Watch this. The United States government ended up owning the most Bitcoin. While they were telling you, nah, that's risky. It's scary. Don't do it. Now, how did America get a lot of that? And I'm gonna show you all of this on the actual screen. I'm doing this live so y'all can see and y'all can look this up yourself. How do y'all think the American government got most?
Put your
you
screen
still can't?
not showing, Clark, just so you know, brother.
Let me share it this way then. Here, let's do it this way.
We was like, we trying to see
All
what
right.
you talking about.
I mean, why you holding the sauce over there, man? Let me see what's in the pot. Hey,
All right, can y'all see it?
it's like your mama
y'all see
cooking
it now?
you. And no,
Hey,
you
there
trying
we
to look
go.
in the pot. Like, let me see what's in the pot. What's in the pot, man?
All right. So y'all can see it right here.
Oh, hold on.
So-
I got you. Let me pull it up for you. I got you. All right, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. All right, so now I want to point this out. So America already has more Bitcoin than anybody now, but how did they get it? So right now we're dealing with a lot of wars, right? We're dealing with a lot of political unrest, and what's going on in this world right now is, if you notice, America has started to become what I would call an enforcer or a police country. You're noticing that a lot of wars that we're getting into always has a common factor: a terrorist. Now, I want you to think about this real quick. So a terrorist is not going to typically use that country's currency because they have to be off the grid, because if they're using a currency that's owned by a country, it's easier to shut them down. That makes sense? So what do they typically use? Cryptocurrency. Why? Because they can use it and it's not attached, especially Bitcoin, it's not attached to that country. And so what you're able to look and see now is most of it right now, you're seeing a lot of America's crypto, they seized it. Guess where they seized it from? Every time they help the country bring down the terrorists, guess what they call? The actual crypto wallet of that terrorist. And they seized millions of it. So now you're able to see a whole bunch of stuff happening. And then the narrative of the crypto world changed in January, this January. And Terrell, you know about this definitely. The reason why is because this is what's called a halvening year. The halvening year is when the production of Bitcoin is cut in half. It is programmed to cut its production in half. So we all know about supply and demand. We have a demand. All we need to do now is drive the demand by driving news stories, right? So now they're telling you that it's a great thing because now the supply is lower and the demand is high, meaning the price is going to go what? Oh, so even though we can say that it's not a guarantee that it's going to hit certain things, there are certain things that we do know to be a guarantee, which is the laws of supply and demand. And if we understand that they just cut the supply and increase the demand, we know that price is going what?
Absolutely. Up through the roof.
Through the rooftop. All right. So just want to point that portion out first. Here's the second thing that I want to point out. I want to make sure that y'all can see this too. So can you see where it says Houston, Texas? Y'all see that on the screen? Is it sharing that?
Not
Here we
yet.
go.
Oh, yep.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
All right. So the second thing I want you to understand is this country operates like a business. So if you go and look up your city or state or whatever, you're going to find that your city was incorporated. So if you look right here, you'll notice it said it was founded land investors in 1830. All right. I mean, on August 30th, 1836. Right. But it was incorporated. Does everybody see it right there? Incorporated as a city on June the 5th, 1837. Now, no matter what city and state that you go to, you're going to find that it was incorporated, meaning it is a business.
Absolutely.
Now, I want you to understand this is why you have municipal courts. Well, what is municipal? It's a municipality. Here's the definition right here. Let me put that on the screen. Okay. It says a municipality is a single administrative division with corporate status. Does everybody see that?
Absolutely.
With powers of self-government. So what you're looking at is a business. So the reason that a lot of people get so confused when they start trading is because they're coming in thinking that the trading portion has nothing to do with the news. They're not looking at news because they don't understand that they're tied in together. When you're looking at business news, you're literally looking at the charts. All right. Absolutely. So I'm about to translate this stuff from here to the actual chart. So let's break this down real quick.
Man, there's so much sauce in this conversation. Like, yo, I'm gonna go back and watch the replay myself. I promise you. Because with the U.S. being the most powerful country in the world, acquiring Bitcoin and being one of the largest stakeholders now, to talking about how business news ties into the world economy that manipulates what's going on in the chart. If you follow the yellow brick road, you walking into the money. This is what I'm saying. Like, making money in this space is all about knowledge and information. It ain't hocus pocus. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Clark, like that piece, dog, like that piece right there is so beautiful of understanding the business and how the business lines up with how the money is made. That's just the song. Go ahead, Clark, man. That just hit me again, bro. I felt the rose. I heard my heartbeat jumping a little bit, man. That's the good stuff. Go right ahead, Clark.
Oh, you about to love this part right here. Then hold on just a second. So let's go ahead and share this screen real quick, King. So this right here is called the DXY. Let me share my screen right here.
All right, it's popping up. I got you. Go right ahead.
All right. So this is the DXY. This is the strength of the American dollar, right? Now, I just showed you that this is a business. This is the reason why your Constitution is written like we the people with ambiguous language.
Ooh, some of y'all ain't gonna like this. Some of y'all ain't gonna like the truth. Some of y'all ain't gonna like the truth. Y'all ain't gonna like the truth. Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's an underlying story in this chart, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's go. So I want y'all to see this real quick because this is not a political statement. Again, we talking business. So what I want you to see on the screen is anytime that you have a Republican president, the policies of that institution is designed to weaken the strength of the American dollar. Yes, and then when you have a Democratic president, the policies are designed to strengthen the strength of the American dollar. Now, this is not a political statement to talk about who's doing great in the economy, because I'm about to show you that all of that is a farce anyway. I've always heard this statement.
I see who did what.
All right. So I want y'all to see this down to the date, right? This is cracking me up. What I'm gonna say is because when it comes to this whole thing, I want y'all to understand that all of these politicians are playing for the same team. So how many people have heard of lobbyists, right? And I'm gonna break this down to where you can really understand it, because if you now understand it, you can make money of it. This is why we call this Money Talks, because we're not here to talk politics. We're here to show you how you can put money in your pocket.
Let's talk about this fettuccine, baby. This guapo.
Let's talk about it. All right. So remember, I told you that Republican policies are designed to weaken the strength of the dollar, right? And so the reason that they would want to do that is because if the dollar is weakening, that means that you're going to need to have more money to buy the same thing you bought, because this is called inflation. So you'll notice that inflation starts to go up. So basically, to put this in layman terms, because y'all know I love simple, right? If you paid $5 for something, and now the strength of that dollar is weakening, now you got to pay $6, $7, or $10 for what you used to pay $5 for. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
So you're putting these weakened dollars into these companies that these politicians are now holders of, right? And so now you got all of these weakened dollars. Now, once it pushes down to a certain amount, all right, and we get here, we say, okay, let's switch the president. Let's go ahead and get a Democratic president. So now all of those extra dollars that you just put into that company is strengthened, and look what happened. So now imagine the $5 that's in your pocket now is worth $10. Did that make sense? So the rich just got richer because we weakened the money, made you buy the same stuff that you've been buying. You're not even focusing on the fact that you're spending more money for the same. You complain about it, but you're thinking whatever. You're not realizing that these people that are putting the show on for you on TV, acting like they hate each other, all got their hands in the same cookie jar. Hello. And so now when it gets right here, all right, now you got this money and they're strengthening it. And so now the extra dollars that you put into the companies are worth more. They're strengthened. So let me show you the dates here. This is when, let's go back to right here. This is when Bush took office, right? Republican. Look at where it ended, right? You see the big deal. Then you see Obama took office right here, right? Democrat. The strength of the American dollar went up. Here it is again. Trump. I want you to look at the dates because it's right here at the bottom. January. Isn't that January 2017 when he took office? To the day drop. When Biden took office, right here, January, right? 2021, right? Isn't that when he took office? So how do you make this make money for you? All right. So all the way on the inauguration day, let me show y'all something. This is something that I did. So I knew.
Hey, hold on. Hey, real quick. Hey, where my head go? Let me pass around the collection pan right now. I'm asking everybody to donate right now to the Money Talk Show right now, to the pastors and the deacons right now of the podcast. You know, Deacon Clark and Pastor Apostle Bilbo, you know, and Deacon Clark. I need everybody to drop $1. We're gonna go around the head. Listen, man, listen, Linda, listen. Did you just see the numbers? And this is what I'm saying. It's all in the chart. People acting like this stuff is hocus pocus. This is like, just pay attention to the dates and what's going on with our dollar, and you get an alignment with it. This is what I'm saying. You can walk your way to the bank. I don't know about y'all, but my friends better than y'all's. If y'all friends ain't talking like this, listen, your friends talking about trying to go buy a Gucci belt. Me and my partners talking about how to buy a Gucci factory. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't talking the same. Like some people talking about how to go deep fried turkey. We talking about how to go buy a farm. You see what I'm saying? Like the conversation ain't the same. It ain't the same. This is real factual data. This is not opinionated. This is not, you know, who do you like, Republican, Democrats? No, we saying is watch what's happening with the US dollar and how does it affect our everyday life. I don't care what they say. I believe all politicians talk out of both sides of their mouth. I don't care what they say. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I like Android, people say I like Apple, but they own each other's shares. Apple and Android ain't arguing. You are Apple and Android ain't arguing. Right. Republicans, Democrats get on stage and they debate, but behind the scene they understand the economy and they getting wealthy regardless if you got a Trump supporter sign up or you got a Biden supporter sign up. Look at the money, man.
Right. But I always heard, man.
Listen, right now, we gonna pass this hat around. And I don't think you got 50-cent pieces and dollar coins. I need to pass around to Deacon Clark real quick. Deacon Clark, can you take the left side of the aisle? Pastor Bilbo, can you take the right? Guys, like this is the sauce. This is the sauce, man. This is the sauce. Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Let me undo another lie that y'all probably heard. So we hearing about recessions, right? That's what the everything went down, and the government is so broke now that we can't pay. We have to shut down the government, right? I want y'all to see this. This is what Trump was. This is the lowest that Trump ever got the American dollar. But if this was here to the point where they had to do a shutdown, if this was the lowest, way down here is still operating for him. So it has nothing to do with the budget of the government. It has everything to do with the strength of the dollar and business cycles. And that what I just told you, if you are tracking to what I just said, this now makes the electoral college make sense, because you can win off of the popularity vote in any other race, but when it comes to the president, you have to get the electoral college, and they do not have to agree with the popularity vote because it has to go with the interests of the company. All right, so hopefully I cleared that up.
Hey, Clark,
let's talk about
real
this
quick. Real quick, Clark. Hey, I want you to sign off and come back on because your mic. Unplug your headpiece and plug it back in because your sound.
Is it just the earphones?
Yeah, maybe your sound is.
It could be. All right, let me see if you got here. Hold on, Jess.
Or can you talk directly to the mic and without the earphone?
All right. Can you hear me now?
It's still off. You know, he had to reset his computer, so that's why he had to use his headset.
Yeah. Let me leave and come right back.
Yeah, come out and come back in. Man, listen, we're gonna wait for Mr. Clark to come back in. But guys, that right there, this is what I'm saying. Like this stuff is not opinionated. Like right now, listen, I'm a real quick. I need everybody to do this while we waiting on Mr. Clark. Let me see.
Go to the site.
I need everybody right now to go to the Money Talk podcast, right? The Money Talk podcast right here. Just put in the Money Talks podcast. When you go to the site, right? Because we gonna email you out a free informational, right? Free sauce. This is your Black Friday giveaway right now. Go to the bottom of the site, right? And when you get down to the bottom right here, put your information in. full name, email, contact number, and what we can assist you. You want to learn about crypto, you want to learn about Forex, right? Whatever that is that you want to assist with, put your information there and submit inquiry, all right? So I want to make sure we do that real quick, right? And if you want to send us an email directly, here's the email address right here, contact@themoneytalkspodcast.com, right? I'll leave the show is on every Thursday at 8 o'clock. But I want to make sure you guys put your information in here. If you're following along with this and you feel like this information has been valuable for you, send the information in, right? So we can make sure that we get you this information in the one-on-one followers, right? So I'm gonna put this on the screen real quick. I think we just got Mr. Clark back.
And then one thing I want to say real quick, for the people that come on there, fill out your information, somebody gonna get one of these. So this is the Tangent wallet that I was telling you about. So
yes, sir.
You're interested in crypto or whatever the case is, you're gonna need one of these. But somebody who fills out that information that's interested in it, we're gonna get you one of these. All right.
Come on, man. Come on. Black Friday giveaway. So we got your
Black
new
Friday
wallet coming up. You're gonna have your hard wallet from the Tandem wallet gonna get sent to you, which again is that storage that you gotta have, right? To be able to make sure you get away, right? And so for the academy, for those that come through the academy, if you're not a member of Extreme, if you're not into our academy for today, right? For those who fill out the form who want to get into the academy today, when you enroll, our normal membership is usually $168 or $299. We got a Black Friday deal we're gonna do for anybody who want to get in. You can get in at $79, right? You can get it at $79 into our academy. You could come in and be able to lock in right now today, right? You know what I'm saying? Right now, to be a student at $79 or affiliate at $99, you can get in right now, right? To be able to do so. This is our Black Friday giveaway for all of you guys who want to come into the academy. We got students who've been in here for 4 years, like going crazy. And this is why we get so excited, because we talk about this all the time. I just seen one of the students in here that says, where he at? Mr. Herb Surgeon right here. Mr. Surgeon, how you doing?
Hey.
And he just said, we get this from Gordon Clark every day. This is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because we talk about this in our community all the time right now. So instead of paying $168 or $299 to get into the academy, you can pay $99, right? And be able to get inside the academy, guys. And you'll be able to get, why our community is so excited, you can get this also, but you have to go to the site, themoneytalkpodcast.com, go to the inquiry, right? You can log in and jump into that academy. All the videos, all the live trainings, the seminars, and everything you need, you can get that value. If this has been valuable to you, just put value in the chat, right? If you feel like this podcast, I've seen so many people saying this, I can't believe y'all giving out this much sauce for free. You know what I'm saying? Because this is
the tip of the iceberg.
This is the surface, man. And then we just love teaching. Like, God has given us a gift to be able to help people. And all we saying of it is that we talk about this in a closed community and extreme lifestyle every single day. Like, we talk about this all the time. The only we doing on the Money Talk podcast is bringing it out to the community and saying, hey guys, we want y'all to pay attention to what's going on in the world, and we don't mind sharing some information with you. And if you don't know who we are, fill out the form. You can come into the academy and you can learn. If not, that's fine. You could just wait for the podcast every Thursday and you can, take notes and, utilize what you want to do. But at some point, you're going to hit a wall and you're going to need a mentor. You're going to need a coach. And the biggest thing about the extreme community of it is so many people who are coaches. It's so many people. Look at all these values just popped up in the chat, man. Boom. She see the value. You see the value. Her surgeon say you see the value, right? Miss Urgel see the value, right? Right. Miss Rashida, what's up, sister? She see the value, right? Miss McCarthy see the value. Priscilla see the value. You see what I'm saying? Like this type of stuff right here. This brother say, man, been in the game a long time. He love listening to this type of people drop knowledge because, guys,
we love it.
This is what it's all about. All we're saying of it is it takes a community of us to be able to help each other. No man is on the island by himself. We all need assistance. And for us in Extreme, we have each other. So if you want to come into our community and learn, you can go to themoneytalkpodcast.com and get the promo pricing to get inside of our academy. And we don't mind assisting you to take you to the next level also, because everybody in here, our goal is to build our own wealth community and take these millions of dollars that we're going to make and we become our own bank. We're not going to Bank of America. We're not going to Chase. You know what I'm saying? Extreme Lifestyle Community has its own 6 and 7 figure earners that we have our own banks. We will make our own foundations for children to go to school. We will have our own donations, our own 501c3s, and our foundation funds. We create our own economy. This is the bigger picture of what we like to talk about. So I want to take this segment for a minute as one of the co-founders. Shout out to my man, Money Making Mickle. Happy Turkey Day, man. My other co-founder. And just run this to let you guys understand we are in a different position inside the world because we study the knowledge of the world. We're not caught up in the trends of the world. We study the behavior of the world. And what we're saying of it is if you position yourself properly, you can monetize the behavior of the world. I want to make sure you guys caught that.
Absolutely.
I want to make sure you caught that. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to get caught up in the trends of the world. We pay attention to it. We study the data and we put ourselves in a position to monetize it.
Yeah.
See, this is the knowledge.
You saying chess, not checkers. That's what you're saying?
Checkmate.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we hit. So we got to wrap up, man. We at 9:30, man. We got it, man. I know we can keep going, but we got to wrap it up.
Hey,
So
hold
I'm
on.
at the Clark. No. I'm gonna come back to you, Clark. When you hopped off, I just wanted to run that real quick. Let me stop sharing. All right,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Clark, you got it. It's back on you, bro.
I want to show you guys exactly how to use
Man,
what
this
I
show
just
was
showed
fire,
you right
bro.
there.
This show was fire. Happy Thanksgiving,
Yes,
everybody.
sir. Happy Thanksgiving. So if y'all see right here, this is where presidential
I got you.
exchange was right here. Hopefully everybody can see it. Can y'all see it now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the strength of the American dollar, the DXY, right? And we're noticing that the JPY, which we talked about, the Japanese yen, always reacts off of the American government as well. So if you know anything about trading Forex, we have something called currency pairs. All right. So if you look over here, you see USD JPY. So the USD is the United States government. The JPY is the Japanese yen, right? And so we have a weak pair with the strong pair. So what happens when the American dollar strengthens? The Japanese yen tends to weaken. So what I did was I went right here to the days, the exact day that they had their inauguration, and I took a buy, because remember, buy means, you know, it's going up, it's bullish. So look right here, USD JPY. Look at this entry right here on the dot. Look at that entry on the dot. Y'all see the date at the bottom? Look at the date at the bottom. Right there. And we in profit.
You can't make this up.
You can't. So the hint is, everybody, again, this is for educational purposes only. All right.
Do your own research.
All I'm saying is we have another presidential exchange coming January.
Hello,
president.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
So again, this is money talks, y'all. So we want to
The boy got his own money. The boy got his own money, girl.
Now, one last thing.
The boy got his own money. Somebody gonna some faces on some money around here.
So the one last thing I'm gonna show you is this on Bitcoin. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. We all know that it's bullish right now, right? So if you don't know what a fair value gap is, then you want to get into our academy. But I would say this: we see that this bullish. So I'll go on the weekly calendar, and all I did was I marked up my fair value gaps, and I'm gonna drop down to this hour. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hopefully y'all can still see my screen.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go over here. All right, so let's really get into some money right here. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. So we knew that it's bullish, right? Y'all see it's moving up, higher highs and higher lows. Well, when it got up here, anytime, let me give y'all a little tip. This is just one little small tip right here. When it gives you a higher low, but it fails to give you a higher high, like, you know, meaning that it didn't go higher than its previous high up here, that is a weak point. So now what we're looking for is for it to give us any point beneath here. And we see that we have what we call an equal low, meaning that these lows are fairly at the same level. See right here? So I'll put a line there. So once it dips beneath here, anytime it dips beneath here and it goes higher than the previous high, all we're going to do is come in and we're going to put out what I call our smart money field right here. And we're going to draw it from left to right, from this low point that's beneath that line, right? From here to this swing high that's above the previous swing high right here.
Yes, sir.
And then, so once we've done that, look at this. This area right here, let me box this up. 79.0, this 61.8. That area right here, optimal trade entry right here in this area. All right, it's going to come back to that, and that's going to be our entry right in this area. Look at it. Wick entry, boom.
Boom.
And look at this.
That weekend was
it's
beautiful.
out of there.
Woo.
Yes, sir. Look at this. We had 200%. This is going to go. It's going to pull back to the 100. Boom. There it is. And it's going to give us up to 300. Look at that. So that's what we're waiting on. So for all those people that look at this, I'm going to tell you, if you're just getting in, you're going to get hands-on trivia. If y'all thought that was very simple, we like to make stuff simple. We're not here to boost our own ego. We know what we're talking about. But what we are here is to boost your account, to elevate you. And so when we make this simple, we take the guessing work out of it. Now you know exactly what to do. Now you're able to say, hey, you know what? I know exactly when to get in, where to get in, because I think that's one of the biggest things that a lot of people miss out when it comes to trading, whether it be stocks or Forex.
Yes,
if you
sir.
look at this is nothing but a bar chart. So everybody get caught up in all the lines and all this stuff. Let me tell you that I can delete all this. Look at this. Boom. They look at all that stuff. But really, if you look at it, it's time at the bottom. Isn't this time? And price. So once you get the timing and the pricing correct, our prices, the structure we're doing is off of price. This is price action. And the structure is being built off of that. Structure is the priority when it comes to price direction. Price action is secondary. But time is the part that a lot of people skip over. And when you get the time down, you know what time of the day to really get in, what time to start looking at it. It's a phase. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get out of here. If we're measuring money, remember when I started talking about this, we're talking about business, right? Well, this is measuring the movement of money. Well, money moves with business, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So that means, right. So that means that if we pay attention to business cycles, then we start knowing when money flows. All right. So what day where we have weekly? Why y'all think I looked at the week? Because when you go to work, don't they have a set of things that are goals that you need to have done for the week? The company has weekly goals. It has fiscal goals. So when you start marking up your chart like that, instead of doing like a lot of people, they'll say, well, it turns around right here. So I'm going to just put a line here, and there's another line right here. I'll put a line there. And then all of a sudden, you got all these extra lines. That's what a lot of people do. All right. They got all these extra lines. So now you don't know where to turn around at. Instead, when you start paying attention to the business of it, now you're able to mark key levels. I can say, hey, this is where the week started at. So this weekly calendar, right? This weekly candle, I'm sorry. It's one candle. Look at this. One candle. If I go over here and I look at this weekly candle, then guess what it lets me know? It lets me know what was the high of last week and what was the low of last week. So I can put a line there and a line there. Those are the main levels that I need to be paying attention to, because that is the business of last week. So guess what? In a bullish market, they're looking to do what? Increase on their gains. So I can start taking positions now that I understand this is a key level. Then I just drop down to the lower level for the week, right? And I'm just going to divide up the day. When I divide up the day, each day you have a schedule, don't you? You go in to work at a certain time and you get off of work at a certain time. So if you start learning how to use time, and I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole training, but I'm going to say this: when you start using, go to
your academy.
Sir, go to the academy.
Green lifestyle. Get in there.
Get in class.
But when you start going into the timing of it, it starts making so much more sense, y'all. It starts making so much more sense because now you're knowing when do I get in. And I'm gonna tell you one last thing too. Your brain tends to function for like an hour and a half, 90 minutes basically. And so I see so many people that trade
and they go brain dead because they're sitting in the chart all day, every day. And so you'll make your money and then you'll lose your money. We believe that time is more important than money. So we're going to show you how to trade without taking up all of your time, right? We're going to free up your time so you can enjoy the money that you're going to make. So let me get it back to you, man. I'm really excited about it.
Man, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We told you we was going to hop in here on the Money Talk Show and give you the sauce. The most important piece of this deal today, man, was to get into the chart and to show you guys the real news of how this stuff works, because our goal of it is to get our culture, man. This is for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Our culture is typically the culture that get left behind, but everybody emulate us. You know what I'm saying? We can get into that later. We get left behind, but everybody want our swag. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk like us, but they're really not like us, right? And so at the end of the day of it is that if we are the most trend-setting culture in the world, I was all the way in Panama, and I seen cats walking around with New York Yankee caps on. They ain't never been to Brooklyn. They ain't never been to the Bronx. They ain't never been to Times Square. But to see a cat with a Yankee hat on, it signifies urban. It signifies culture, right? It signifies the coolness, the collective, to be a part of that community style. You follow me? Mm-hmm. All we saying of it is that we don't want to just be handsome faces and pretty ladies. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to just be athletes. We don't want to just be rappers and entertainers. We are some of the most knowledgeable people on this planet. Hello.
Yep.
And all we saying of it is let's create a wealth trend. You know what I'm saying?
Make that cool.
Yeah, let's make being smart cool again. You know what I'm saying? Let's make being intelligent cool. Let's make that we're not trying to act like we got it. Now let's really have it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in position to have the discipline to really have it. And all we're saying is before it takes off to the masses, all we're saying of it is as a culture, as a collective group, let's make the intentionality behavior, let's take care of business.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
You can go to crypto.com and get you a wallet. Put your credit card on there. That takes you no time. Download the app. You know what I'm saying? And you could be able to start buying in and take a position on different projects right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to win, I'm going to close with this. If you're going to win in the money game, the key to it, the number one rule is financial emotional intelligence. That's the key. Emotional intelligence with the money and understanding your own behaviors and trends is the key. Go through your bank statement and look at how much money you spend frivolously on nothing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody talk about the money they don't have, but they don't pay attention to the money that they spend. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the money that you spend and what your vices are, if you sacrifice and made a decision, I'm going to change my financial life, and you really make that an intentional behavior, because I believe that people succeed on purpose, but you fail on accident. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People by not really making calculated, intentional decisions. So they mouth say they want to win, but they actions say that they're going to fail. Hello.
Yep.
Your actions say you're going to fail, though your mouth say you want to win. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying of it is, let's take time to do inventory, family. Let's take time to do inventory. You know what I'm saying? We have a close-knit community and extreme lifestyle where we talk about how to grow each other every single day. So today we offered you an opportunity to join the community. Go to the site, get a promo price, and then come in. And you're investing into your future. It's not about if you join us or not. All we're saying of it is that we want you to join and learn, and let's build a community of people who get this knowledge, who could take their life to the next level. And you can stop being exit liquidity, you know what I'm saying, from following the trends. You know what I'm saying? And you become the liquidity that people buying their houses with. You become liquidity of how people, savvy investors, are buying their cars. But you say you want a new house, you want a new car, but you don't got the emotional, the financial emotional intelligence or the discipline to sit down to learn. Let's make being smart cool again. You know what I'm saying? Where you can sit down and study, and let's get out of this culture, especially in our community, where it's a bad time to talk about money or progression. Ain't no bad time to talk about progression. I talk about that in my house or in my family all the time. If you don't want to hear it, then that's on you. Because when something need to be paid, y'all gonna look at me anyway. You know what I'm saying? And so the reality of it is that when we talk about we have to get our culture in position, it comes from having an intentional behavior of discipline and knowledge. That's it. Have the discipline. Let's get the knowledge. And it don't matter what grade you graduated. Doesn't matter what degree you have. All we saying of it is to be wealthy is an intentional behavior. So you can succeed on purpose, but you'll fail on accident. So don't be that person who failed based upon your actions because you didn't make an intentional behavior to go win for your family. So on behalf of my brethren, Mr. Moneymaker Mickle, all of my Extreme Lifestyle family, Mr. Tel Bilbo, the crypto consultant, the genius himself, man, on behalf of GC, Deacon Clark, we got the collection paying for Pastor Clark today. You know what I'm saying? Bless the people, man, with them charts. I love y'all brothers at a high level. We're going to run this back next week. We're going to come back and do this all over again. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Be grateful whether you celebrate the holiday or not. The biggest thing is families coming together, y'all. We all we got. We all we got. You know what I'm saying? So let's come together. Let's love each other. Let's respect each other because the most powerful thing in this world is love. The most powerful thing in this world is love. Love is the most powerful thing you can do. So I love my brothers enough to say, yo, listen, let's get together and iron sharpen iron. Let's make sure we sharpen each other so we can take our families to the next level. I don't care who win first, who wins second, who win third. I'm just saying, as you win, don't leave me behind. Take me with you. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a call, man.
Don't call me when you cross the finish line. Call me when you're on the way. You know what I'm saying? So this is our call to y'all to, hey, y'all, we on the way. We want to win together, man. So God bless you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great time. Go back and watch the replay. If you've seen this on Facebook, share it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all so much. Look at all these comments in the chat, man. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. We love y'all too, man. Look at all. Glenn, what's up, family? Mama Lynn, what's up, baby? How you doing? Love is love. Absolutely. I just want to show some of these comments over here, man. My man, Mr. Murdoch. What's up, Mr. Murdoch? Man, all the way over.
Hey.
Man, what's happening, Murdoch?
Absolutely.
And, yeah, thank you so much. You know, Miss, what's that? Alandra.
Alandra Treadwell.
Oh, okay. What's up? And so I thank you. I just want to show some of them comments because y'all stuck around with us for an hour and a half. So we're going to close this out, man, with the Extreme Lifestyle. We're going to show the videos. We close this deal out. But y'all enjoy your family. God bless you. Go to the site. Make sure you put the in there, right? Somebody said it was an error in the site. It's not an error. It's just put the money talks with an S podcast.com, right? The money talks podcast.com. Make sure you do that. Go to the bottom, hit the inquiry, jump in, and let's get in the academy, guys. Let's learn because our family need us. Wealth starts in the mind and then goes to the pocket. God bless you all. Y'all have a great night. Peace. We see you next Thursday, 8 o'clock sharp, man. Don't get left behind.
Hey, we're here at our second anniversary, man, with Extreme FX Global Academy. 2 years in business, it's still going strong. It's the new year, new beginning. It's time for a change. Extreme is the company for the future. We're cutting edge, innovative, and we're looking for some exciting people to help us get to the next level for 2023.
We have a great community that we call the Extreme FX Common Unity, where we just operate in love. We want to see everyone win. And one thing that we always say here in Extreme is that we are the founders that can be found. We want to see you succeed, and we're also going to be doing that right alongside of you.
Extreme Effect is a great investment simply because you have a way to learn about money, to make money, to gather money, and then to invest money.
To leave a generational wealth or leave a legacy for our families, we need to be able to take all of those steps.
Extreme Effects provides the opportunity for growth and to work among professionals who really want you to grow.
We teach people from start to finish how to understand the chart from the economic side all the way to the analytics side.
We're literally helping people across 5 industries to generate income. So this is absolutely the place to be. Real estate, trading, financial technology. We also have a blockchain project and a very powerful affiliate marketing program.
We learn from each other. We love on each other. So this is a great place to come and just create relationships.
What made me say yes was the feeling of the common unity, knowing that you're not doing this alone and you're able to get in and make money with like-minded people.
I'm learning, I'm excited about it, and it's something that I know I can show other people as well.
Wherever you came in, we just want to say thank you and we appreciate you. We're super excited about 2023 and the year that we're going to have before. We got more events coming up, more technology, great new apparel, more strategic partnerships. We're going to make a whole lot more money, bring a lot more students and be able to take this company to the next level. And we just want to say thank you. We appreciate you, and we're looking forward for an amazing, exciting 2023 as we take this company to the next level.